merit their own prize. Let each one merit their own prize. I've always believed that one must harness the power of dignity through training. Training of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Another word for this training is called discipline. I didn't always like to agree with the routine of boarding school and the rules, but afterwards I can tell you, I really appreciated the fact that had it not been for its initially imposed regimen, I could not have learned to harness the power of my own dignity for myself. The boxing ring in my school was a compulsory activity. Everybody in school had to enter the boxing ring and fight. It's now probably a long abolished practice because of its barbaric practice. But to me, it was a great tutor in this regard. You will have any amount of support from outside the ropes, but inside, you're on your own. Similarly, in life beyond, you may have a die-hard corps of cheering fans, and also perhaps those that jeer at you, criticize you, abuse you, in contempt. But at the end of the day, you must engage life alone. The greatest prize in life is not the recognition of worldly success. The prize that best crowns the human being is that of the possession of good character. It is a strenuous prize. It must be re-won. It is also a certainty of mind that there is many a day where I shall fail that prize myself, not for want of trying, but it is the most worthy prize of all. And without its effort, all material success and fame is sheer emptiness. To discover the value of one's own dignity is also to discover the value in the dignity of others. And through that, the dignity of a community. The right to education is a fundamental right, a fundamental human right, a fundamental dignity. To pursue the aim of education for all is therefore a duty of states. But it is not just a duty for the state, it's a duty for every one of us to uphold fundamental human rights, not just our own, but for all. Yet, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, here in India, basic literacy is still below the threshold level of 75%. Literacy, being able to read and write, is always more than the sum of its parts because of what it opens up for people. Literacy ends up being a kind of metaphor. As soon as one can read and write, one becomes a member of a much larger community than would be otherwise possible. A community that also extends into the past and into the future. Literacy not only enriches our inner lives, it is also an indispensable means for effective social and economic participation, contributing to human development and poverty reduction. Not being able to read is a human poverty. Not being able to read is an inhuman poverty. Not being able to read deprives the human of the right to live in our collectivity. Not being able to read is a loss of freedom. That a third of our population is deprived of this freedom deprives us all of our freedom. A good education is the most valuable thing that a human being can possess. It is our greatest wealth, individually and collectively. In the world beyond these walls, fortunes will come and go, money will come and go, but a good education can never be taken away once it has been possessed. Academic achievement is not enough. The kind of knowledge gained through a good education is more than just the acquisition of information. Knowledge is learning what to do with all that information. That is the role of good character. And learning what to do with knowledge is the path to wisdom. Knowledge is most valuable when it is shared. To all my fellow students, and I call you fellow students because I am still one. To all my fellow students out there, may we take heed every day of our wealth. Hunger for it, strive for it, nurture it, but above all, share in it, for then it manifolds multifoldedly. We share it through reading, surfing, listening, talking, debating, exploring with each other about what is good and bad in what we do, say, and believe. May we all here today persevere according to our own individual, invaluable, and singular talents for a bright and better future. Mireat quisque palmam. Let each one